Wheelersburg High School. We have the Wheelersburg Pirates varsity boys basketball playing the Adena Warriors from Chillicothe, Frankfort, Ohio. Before we get to the game recap, first of all, your broadcast will be brought to you by Brent Eaton, a.k.a. the alum, and then also Scott Verba, a.k.a. lots of things. But I'm going to go with the Schwab or Sports Almanac. But before we get to Mr. Verba and talk about the game notes, we're going to go ahead and talk to Mr. John Eastep. Welcome, Mr. Eastep.
Thank you, Brent. Thanks for having me.
Big week this week for junior high boys and girls basketball. Just want to talk a little junior high basketball since a lot of our listeners don't really know. Right now, our 7th grade girls are 12-3. Our 8th grade girls are 13-2. Our 7th grade boys, I believe, are they 11-4? I think.
Yes.
And then our 8th grade boys are also 11-4.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about the 7th and 8th grade boys for me. Let the listeners kind of know a little bit about our junior high boys basketball teams.
Our junior high guys, it's been a big learning year for these guys. And early on, we saw the struggles of playing on a road-heavy early front half of the schedule.
Yeah, I think first of your 5 or 6 games are on the road,
yes,
right?
First five of our first 6 were on the road, with 3 of those being against our key conference rivals at South Webster, at Memphis, and at Waverly, yes.
Yeah.
And, we got off to a rough start learning how to play late game situations, how to finish games, and in each of those games, we had leads going into the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm. I think your worst loss is by, 5 or 6 points?
Our worst loss is by 5 or 6 points. It was at Medford. Once we got to Christmas break, we were able to make some adjustments at both levels, really go back to some fundamentals, try to get what fit best for our program and with the group of guys that we had on the offensive end of it while it continued to improve defensively. And came back out the first game out of the break at Ironton, which is always a tough test in the non-conference schedule. And our 7th grade picked up a big win. Our 8th grade lost another tough game at Ironton to a very good Ironton team. But since then, things have both teams really turned a corner. Since that loss on January 5th for our 8th grade team, we've won 7 in a row and beat all 3 teams that beat us earlier in the year at their places by 7 or more points. So we really won by 13. We flipped the score by 13 or more points in all 3 of those games.
I think obviously, what I've seen is a dedication on the defensive end for both teams. And, Coach Watkins, yourself, you can definitely see, a dramatic improvement on the defensive end in terms of just coverage, rotation, helping recover, box outs. I think that's probably been the biggest key in your success, don't you think?
Oh, definitely. And going into the season, Coach Ader and his staff kind of talked to us about the key points they want from these guys, and a lot of it was on the defensive end and understanding on-ball situations, denial, and then the help side. And, the 8th grade caught on a little bit quicker than what the 7th grade did as normal, but then our 7th grade starting to feed off of it here, especially once we hit mid-January. And, we were finding ourselves at the 8th grade level a lot in the first half, holding teams to 10 points and a half, and really setting the tone of the game with our defense and being able, which allows us to get into our most effective, our transition offense, which is what our success comes from for both teams right now is, getting stops, getting the ball out in transition and pushing the floor.
Now let's talk a little bit about both teams. I think the 7th grade girls are a 3 seed. The 8th grade girls are a 1 or a 2. You guys both are a 3 seed going into the tournament. I'll talk a little bit on the girls' side. Obviously, the favorite on the girls' side in the 7th grade class is probably Portsmouth West, South Webster being the 2 seed, and then our girls as the 3. And then on the 8th grade girls' side, Memphis probably the number 1 seed. They beat us twice, but anything can happen in the tournament. I definitely think the girls are trending in the right direction. As far as you guys, the 7th grade, let's talk about them first. 7th grade basketball, I think they're the 3 seed. Like I said, they've got to run through a couple good teams. What's kind of the key going into the tournament for the 7th grade boys?
I think the key for them is just still continue to play with confidence and build off what they've been able to achieve over the last three weeks here of basketball. Is, even the teams that they lost to a tough Waverly team last week.
He was undefeated, by the way.
Undefeated.
And I think I saw their worst win was by 19, and then we lost to them by about 7 or 8. So obviously
Yes.
that was a good improvement for our kids.
And so you see our guys are, they, like you said earlier, they're trending in the right direction. They'll have a tough second-round match. They have Oak Hill the first round, which, during the season we kind of handled them fairly easily the first 2 games. And then win that game, then we got South Webster.
That'd be a tough one.
Which we split with, and they beat us at their place. So, our guys, continued improvement on the defensive end, and shot selection is key with those guys. Allowing the patience and being in their half-court set and allowing to let their offense work and get the ball inside the paint instead of settling for 12, 14-footers, I think will be key for them.
And if they can beat South Webster and Oak Hill, I mean, obviously it's probably a rematch with Memphis, in which they lost by a few at third place, and then they came back and had a great win at our place. So they definitely can do it. Now let's talk about your 8th grade team and your tourney schedule for the boys. When's it start for you?
We open up on the 16th at 7:30 against West out there, and then win that. Then we move on to play what looks like to be South Webster on Saturday the 18th.
Another very good team.
Outstanding team. With both of our games this year, they beat us 60-58 at their place, and then we beat them by 9 here at our place. 2 of probably the most talented teams going into the tournament, most dangerous. But, I feel, in talking to some different people, that, the way we've played over the last month, ever since that Ironton game, that our guys have really found a comfortable level of play on both the offense and defensive end, playing with a lot of confidence. And I feel, that people are looking at us as the most dangerous team entering the tournament right now. With our ability to rotate a lot of guys in, we're very deep. And the amount of playmakers and scorers that we could have, we've had anywhere from we've had 6 different leading scorers all season, at different points.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. And I'll tell you the other thing too. Memphis just got beat to Valley not too long ago, and they're probably the 1 seed coming into it. They've only had a couple losses, so obviously that's maybe a mere rematch. But Valley's on their side, so who knows? Well, Coach, first of all, I'd just like to say thank you for coming over, stopping in. It's always nice for our listeners to kind of hear the junior high side of things, as I'm the junior high AD, so maybe I'm a little biased. But I appreciate it. And, how just quickly, who would you like to give a quick thank you here before I get AKA Sports Almanac on here?
First and foremost, I'd like to thank you, Brent, for everything that you do for us as a staff and all the knowledge. But also Mr. Rucker, Dave Rucker. He stepped in for us a couple different times throughout the season. This past week, stepped in and coached a few games for us and really provided me a lot of help on the bench. Coach Watkins and his continued commitment all season long. And the high school staff, they've been very
we got a pretty good staff. We
very,
really do.
Very instrumental in what we do, and very engaged in how we are doing at the junior high level, constantly talking to Coach Ader daily about what we can do to improve on a daily basis. So,
I'm not going to ask you what Coach May wants me to
I
ask
just saw
you.
that text message. Coach May, he with his baby face up there now, all clean shaved.
We have a lot of honor.
Everybody's taking double
people.
takes on him.
Well, Coach, thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, good luck in the tournament. And we look to see some good things, and hopefully on the 20th we are fighting for a championship. As you know, I will come on a championship game only.
Hey, we put in a good one last year. It's our title to repeat.
Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate
All right,
it.
thank you. Enjoy.
All right, now we have coming on AKA Sports Almanac, which is Scott Verba. Scott's putting the headset on now, putting the mic on. All right, Mr. Verba, we got 5 minutes to kind of do a pregame. Give me some notes about Adena so our listeners can kind of understand what we're headed against.
Well, the Adena Warriors are scoring around 50 points a game. They're at 11-7 this year, third in the SVC with a record of 7-5 in the conference. They're behind a good Piketon team and Uniota, respectively. Warriors are led by Trey Postage. He's scoring about 15 a game, 3 assists, 3 steals, and he's shooting an impressive 50% behind the arc. Not to mention that he's an 84% free throw shooter. Daniel Backenhaster, senior post player, is also a big contributor, averaging 10 rebounds a game and close to 10 points a game, double-double each game. Jeff Postage, senior point guard for the Warriors, is leading the Warriors with 4 assists a game, and Austin Preston is a deep threat shooting 30% beyond the arc.
All right, so obviously we got a team that's in a competitive league with a winning record, and from what I know, they really like to get up and down the floor. So that'll be something important for the Pirates. The Pirates are 12-5 on the season. In the SOC, they're 10-2, second in the conference. Pirates are led in scoring by Coleman and Holden, both averaging around 15 a game. And then Cole Lowry averaging around 10 a game. Coleman leading the Pirates on the glass with close to 10 rebounds per game. And then Tanner Holden leading the Pirates in assists with around 4 a game. And Coleman and Salyers both, and I know that Coleman's a post player, but it seems to me that Coleman and Salyers are leading the team in three-point shooting. Coleman with around 36%, and then Trent Salyers here lately has really kind of lit up the nets. He's 30%. You know, keys for the game for Adena, what do you feel are really important for the Adena Warriors to kind of come out on top on this one?
I think, when you're starting 5 seniors for Adena and you're also short on your bench, I think a big key of the game is to stay out of foul trouble big time. Win the battle of the glass and run. Keep on running.
Yeah, I think they're a running team. Now, the Pirates, on the other hand, I think the biggest thing for them is dominate the paint. Get the ball inside to Coleman, attack the rim with Holden and Lowry, and then those three-point shooters can kind of open up a little bit. And then also in talking with Coach Ader, a big key is transition defense. Since the Warriors like to kind of make it helter-skelter, run and shoot kind of Houston Oiler offense, it's going to really kind of come down to the Pirates getting back on D, making them run some O. Now, the other thing, too, is just limiting the Adena Warriors to one shot. They start with 3 guards, 2 post players. The post players are very stout inside. Backenhaster at 6'5", and then the other post player, which I believe is Jake Dawson, number 14, 6'3" senior. So obviously they have some size inside. They like to go inside with that 3-out, 2-in look, but really they don't want to wait, as far as running a half-court set. They want to get the ball down the floor and try to score quick in transition. Both these teams, a.k.a. the Schwab, made it to the district tournament last year with the Adena Warriors losing to the Fairland Dragons, a very talented team. And then also the Wheelersburg Pirates losing to an extremely talented Lynchburg Clay team coached by one of my good friends, Matt Carson, who ended up beating Fairland and going to the state tournament. Whew. I think the biggest thing to note for the Pirates is that you're playing a team that you really aren't very familiar with. I've coached against Adena quite often, but our kids really don't know where Frankfort, Ohio probably even is located. So how motivated are we going to be from the jump? And also with Adena, how are they going to be after being on a bus for an hour and 10 minutes? So it'll be interesting to see how we start. We have the officials shaking hands with the coaches. Hopefully it'll be copacetic. Minute 25 left before tip-off. We're going to have the national anthem.
Bottom line, you got to respect the team that starts 5 seniors with their experience.
You're absolutely right, and a team that's been to the district tournament.
Absolutely.
So in the last year. So obviously those are huge. As far as the game is concerned, we'll go ahead and say it now. This is our first attempt at running the Alum and Schwab show.
We'll have fun, Brent.
The
Eden
and Verba show. Right now, the Pirates playing the school song. Everybody's standing and clapping. Obviously, the crowd for tonight is a little dismal because it's such a long travel for Adena, but hopefully the kids don't feel that way. Now, Scott, we've got 40 seconds to kill, so I'm going to go ahead and say this. There is not one mascot that Scott Verba does not know. So if you want to text me, go for it, because I'm telling you, it's over.
You might have to go the D2, D3, NAI route because you're not getting me in Division I basketball.
And to prove my point, I'm going to say this. Central Arkansas, the Lady Central Arkansas, what? What is the mascot for Central Arkansas?
Oh, you know what? Bottom line, they're the Bears.
They are the Bears, and the girls are the Sugar Bears.
Beautiful.
So we're going to go ahead and pause and put our hand over our heart, take our hats off, and listen to the national anthem. some basketball. Starting for the Pirates and starting for the Warriors. We're going to talk about the starting lineup. We're going to kind of follow Eddie Deemer's kind of role here. Starting for Adena, number 2, Jeff Postage, 5'11", senior guard. Number 3, Trey Postage, another 5'11", senior guard. Number 12, Austin Preston, 6'1", senior. 14, Jake Dawson, 6'3", senior. And then 22, Daniel Backenhaster, 6'5", senior. With the best player, looks to me like Trey Postage, averaging about 14 a game, number 3. Now, Scott, you go ahead and do the Pirate starting lineup as they're coming out. Coach Ader's talking to his club. We got the other roster. Looks like we have 24, Tanner Holden, correct? Starting at guard.
Starting, we got 14, Tanner Bivens. 21, Cole Lowry. 23, Caden Colvin. 22, Keaton Newsom. And 24, Tanner Holden.
So we've got 3 seniors in Coleman, Newsom, and Bivens. 1 junior in Cole Lowry and a sophomore, Tanner Holden. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a ball game here in about 30 seconds. Officiating crew, I know about one of them.
Let me ask you, Brent, how do you motivate your boys playing an independent game in early February, just before the drawing?
Well, I think the biggest thing is knowing that they're a district tournament caliber team. You know, that alone in itself is just letting your kids know, hey, they're 11-7, they're third in their conference. They're a good team, you know, so we've got to prepare. And you're also playing on your home floor, trying to have some pride with your jersey, your white jerseys, and show the fans out there that non-league or league, it doesn't matter. We came to win the game. So
absolutely,
I think that's my motivation. They're a good team, and you're playing on your home floor, period. Here comes the tip.
Tanner Holden, 24. 22.
Tipped over to Bivens, stolen away by number 2, Jeff Postage. Adena's got the ball up top. Postage hits Backenhaster. Big kid, by the way. Number 3, Trey Postage pulls the 3 to start the game and knocks it down. Trey Postage, their leading scorer, hits a 3.
Looks like we're in a zone press, 3-quarter court.
Yep. Adena in a 1-2-2. Ball gets crossed half court to Lowry on the left side. Back up to Holden, up to the point. Holden looking to set the offense. Kicks it over to Lowry on the left wing. Ball screen action by Newsom. Kicked over to Coleman. Coleman sets another ball screen action for Coleman. Back to that was a good look, really. Holden comes off that ball screen looking for Coleman. Just couldn't catch it.
Good fundamental basketball defense by the seniors of Adena.
That's our first turnover. We'll keep track of that. Back inbounds to number 2, Jeff Postage. He's their floor leader. Reverses it over to 14, Jake Dawson. Then back over to Trey Postage, number 3. Reversed back over to number 2, Jeff Postage. Looks like they're going high-low. 22 inside. Backenhaster, he's a big kid. Finishes inside.
Fearless.
They're going high-low and trying to clear out the weak side. Holden bringing the ball up the floor against that 1-2-2. Trying to cross half court. Crosses half court.
Wheelersburg.
Kind of set the offense. Ball's on top. Holden dribbling. Kicks it over to the right. Tanner Bivens. Ball screen. Coleman looking inside. Nothing there. Reverse to Newsom. Newsom over, setting the ball screen for Holden. Holden takes about a 16-foot pull-up, misses. Rebounded by number 12, Austin Preston. Ball's brought up the floor. Postage got the ball on the left wing, back up to Jeff Postage. I assume they're brothers.
Yes.
Ball's reversed back brothers. On top. It's number 12, Austin Preston. Left three-point shot up by Jeff Postage, no good. Rebounded by Cole Lowry. Cole Lowry brings up the floor quick again. Ill-advised pass off Coleman's hands, but it stays with the Pirates. I think they might have missed that one. And I think they're getting it right.
Basketball.
Yes, back to Adena. So that's 2 turnovers. Just kind of an ill-advised pass. 6:15 on the clock. Adena 5 and Wheelersburg 0 are at this point.
Wheelersburg half court, man-to-man.
Jeff Postage brings the ball up the floor, reverses it over. Sets a flare screen for Trey Postage. Trey Postage shoots a 3, misses, no good. Ball's out of bounds. Back to the Pirates. Again, 5-0. Adena right now with 5:59 on the clock in the first quarter. Ball taken out of bounds by Keaton Newsom. Up to Cole Lowry. Gets the ball skipped across the floor to Bivens. Bivens brings it across the line. Over to Tanner Holden. Tanner Holden got the ball on the left wing. Ball screen by Keaton Newsom. Takes it baseline. Great move right there. Finishes it with the opposite hand. Holden finishes 5-2. Adena, 5:39 on the clock, first quarter. Ball's brought down the floor. Thrown inside to Backenhaster. Kicks back out to number 12, Austin Preston. This ball stolen away by Cole Lowry. Brings it down the floor. Oh, and Jeff Postage kind of hurry up and snuck in there and knocked it out of his hands. But it'll belong to the Pirates on the baseline.
5-2, and a box set underneath out of bounds.
Tanner Holden taking the ball out of bounds. Setting cross screens here. Looking. Can't find anyone. Kicks it back up top to Cole Lowry on top. Setting the offense. Cole Lowry dribbling around, getting everybody in the right situation. Ball kicked over to Holden. Reversed over to Tanner Bivens. 3-ball up. Good. Tanner Bivens. I tell you what, he's come along here the second half of the season. 5-5.
Great skip pass.
5:08 on the clock. Good little 5-0 run by the Pirates. Ball's kicked over to number 12. He shoots a 3, misses. Newsom with a fantastic rebound. Up to Lowry, bringing it up quickly. Nothing there. Going to start the offense again. Ball screen again for Lowry. Lowry rejects the ball screen and a foul on number 3, Trey Postage. Got his hands on his body. I tell you what, that was a good-looking three by Bivens. Really good-looking three. Got squared. Ball's taken out of bounds by Holden underneath by the cheer block. Same set as before, just a cross screen. Looking for Coleman, can't find him. Ball's on top to Lowry. 4:46 to play in the first. Lazy pass there, right there by Lowry. Knocked out of bounds by Postage.
Good effort by Postage.
But it remains with the Pirates. He's got to be a little bit more crisp on those passes to the wing. Newsom takes the ball out of bounds on the side. Looking for someone. Oh, bad look right there. Cross court, stolen by Jeff Postage. Ball by. And we have a charge. Boy, I tell you what. Turn it over. Tanner Holden takes a charge. Wow. Stops them from scoring in transition. Definitely they had an easy bucket there, and they just didn't see the right man. Jeff Postage kind of ran him over. Taking the ball out of bounds by the Pirates. 5-5. 4:38 in the first. Taking inbounds to Lowry. Adena still in that 1-2-2 full three-quarter court pressure. Taken across the timeline by Lowry. Reverse back to Keaton. Newsom on top. Just kind of dribbling around, setting it. Lowry gets the ball, comes off a ball screen, reverses it to Newsom. Newsom sets ball screen to Holden. Rejects the ball screen again. Kicks it out to Coleman. Reversed over back to Bivens. Bivens across to the corner. Then back on top. Lowry's got the ball back on top. Good roll right there by Newsom. And a finish.
Newsom.
I'll tell you what a good look, though. Great pass by Lowry. Good assist right there. Brought up by Postage. The Warriors bring it up, reverse it over to Backenhaster. Back over to Postage on the left side. Looking inside. Backenhaster deflected by Coleman. Off Backenhaster. Turnover Adena. Back to the Pirates. Number 4 is checking in the game. J.D. Blevins, 6'3 junior. He's coming in for Jake Dawson, the other post player. Inbounds to Cole Lowry. Cole Lowry brings him across the timeline. Adena looking to trap, but Coleman gets out of it. Back over to Newsom. Back over to Bivens for 3. Off the back iron. Offensive rebound by Holden. And off opposite hand again. Finishes in traffic. 9-5. Wheelersburg is up on the Warriors. 3:30 remaining.
Burg is shooting 80% from the field.
That's amazing.
4 for 5 from the field.
Backenhaster on top. Back to Preston. Over to Trey Postage, their best scorer. And over to his brother, Jeff Postage. Throws it over top to Backenhaster.
Great
Ball's
steal.
deflected again, stolen by Newsom, bringing down the floor to Bivens.
Oh.
Unfortunately, he just didn't catch it, and he turned it over with the traveling call. Number 13 coming in the game, Chris Postage, a 6-foot sophomore. It's like the Postage Brothers. I feel like I'm at the mail service.
Postage stamps.
That's right. So Jeff Postage bringing the ball down the floor. Looks like their coach is calling double. We'll see what double is. Back on top to Backenhaster. Trying to look inside to number 4, J.D. Blevins. Ball's deflected and stolen by Newsom. Ball brought down the floor by Lowry. Great move. Look at that little Euro step.
Nice. Euro
step by Cole Lowry. That's a fantastic move. 11-5. How about an 11-0 run by the Pirates? Down 5-0 to start the game.
5 for 6 from the field. You do the math, Coach.
We do have, 2 or 3 turnovers just to kind of – but when we don't turn it over, we're making good decisions and we're scoring. Tanner Holden's finished a couple times in traffic. Right there, Lowry finishes in traffic. Again, 11-5 Pirates, 2:51 on the clock, first quarter. I like – it's obvious that Adena wants to get the ball inside to Backenhaster. They're trying to clear out the weak side, trying to throw it inside to him from the top where there's no help side. However, the Pirates, especially Coleman and Newsom, doing a fantastic job denying the post. You can obviously tell they've been coached up to do it. Coach Ader and his staff doing a good job on post defense.
And not only that, you're right, but the help side defense when they try to have the one-on-one in the post.
It's just not there right now for Adena. Adena brings it up. Jeff Postage brings it down the floor to try to trap in a 1-3-1 set. Ball's reversed and thrown out of bounds. Turnover, Adena.
1-3-1 set.
And what happened was, out of the timeout, Coach Ader decides to switch it up a little bit, go 1-3-1. They were not ready for it and turn it over.
Got to drive you crazy as a coach when you get turnovers.
Out of timeouts.
Out of time and a zone.
Absolutely. Newsom inbounds it to Lowry. Lowry crosses the timeline. 2:37 on the clock, first quarter. Gives it up to Holden on the right wing. Coleman setting the ball screen. Holden comes across, looks for Coleman. Definitely not there. Stole by Postage. Turnover. Jeff Postage brings the ball down the floor. Holden Garden. Ball's reversed up to number 13, Chris Postage. There's so many Postages, I'm struggling here. Over to Jeff Postage. To Dawson. Back to Trey Postage. He's their senior, their scorer. I'm just going to say Postage. Again, tries to force the ball inside, and Coleman deflects the ball out of bounds.
Well, you got Coleman fronting the passes because he knows there's backside help.
So we got Mac Dyer, number 15, and Trent Salyers, number 11, coming in for Tanner Bivens and Keaton Newsom. Keaton Newsom did a great job right there in the post. Great job. Ball out of bounds for Adena. Adena looking to enter. Kicks it up top to number 13, Chris Postage. Back to Jeff Postage, number 2. Again, tries to throw a lob. Not there. Out of bounds. Another turnover, trying to get the ball to the post for the Warriors. 12 and 14 back in the game for the Warriors, Preston and Dawson, and out comes Trey Postage and the big boy, Backenhaster. Ball's inbounded to Mac Dyer and over to Cole Lowry. Again, 1-2-2 pressure. Ball skipped past over to Salyers, bad look. And how about off the rim?
Wow.
Into Tanner Holden, and he dunks it.
Let me ask you something. Did I count that as a shot since it hit the rim?
I think you counted it as a bad pass that went right. 3 ball up, no good by the Warriors. Rebounded by Mac Dyer, 13-5, 1:37 on the clock. Lowry brings the ball down in transition, flips it over to Salyers. And then back to Lowry. Lowry's dribbling on the right wing. 13-5, kicked over to Dyer. Dyer goes up strong, and an offensive foul is called. And I'm going to tell you, there was definitely a hack before the offensive foul. That's a great play by the offense. Unfortunately, not rewarded. It goes down as a turnover. And the Warriors get it back. 13-5 Pirates, 1:20 remaining in the first quarter.
Zone press, Wheelersburg.
Yeah, it looks like a little 1-3-1 again. Ball skipped over to 14 for the Warriors. Off his leg, and another turnover against the 1-3-1. Mac Dyer inbounding to Lowry. 13-5, folks. 1:15 in the first. Lowry with the ball up to Salyers. Adena still in the 1-2-2 3/4 court press. Ball skipped over to Holden in the right corner. Shoots a 15-footer. Misses. Mac Dyer with a great offensive rebound. Misses, gets it back. Holden offensive rebound. Because Dyer misses. Back over to Salyers on the left wing. Just kind of waiting for offense to happen. Back to Holden on the left wing. Brings it across. Kicks it over to Salyers on the right side. Ball screen from Coleman. Looking inside to Coleman. Not there. Back over to Dyer. Back over to Lowry on the left wing. Back on top. Lowry looking to drive. Stripped by Jeff Postage.
I think we had a kick there, but us are letting him play.
Up the floor in transition. Number 4 goes to shoot and gets blocked by Coleman. But an offensive rebound by the Warriors and a 3-point shot up. No good. Rebounded by Holden right there on the miss. I tell you what, I don't know who the foul's called on, but Tanner Holden really got up on that jump shot, or on that rebound, excuse me. officials calling double foul on Coleman for the Pirates and Blevins, number 4 for the Warriors.
You also got to like Coleman's aggressive defense on that block.
Absolutely. Jump ball goes to the Pirates. It's 13-5, 22 seconds remaining in the first quarter. I tell you what, the Warriors are trying to force that thing down in the paint to their post players, but to no avail. They have a ton of turnovers trying to do that. And our post players are doing a fantastic job defending the post.
Compliment to Ader with the scouting report, and Wheelersburg playing help side defense in the post.
Going to take the ball out of bounds, 94 feet away from the basket. Inbound into Lowry, 22 seconds. Now down to 20 seconds. Across the floor. Ball's up the floor to the right wing to Coleman. 15 seconds remaining on the clock. Kicked over to Lowry. Now Holden on the left wing. 12 seconds remaining. Now we're under 10. 8 seconds. Looks like we're going to go 1-4 low. Nope. Ball screen Coleman. 5 seconds. 4, 3. Shot. Kicked out to Salyers. Misses a 3. And no good. And that'll end your first quarter. We have the Pirates, Wheelersburg Pirates 13, Adena Warriors 5. Keaton Newsom checking back in the game. And maybe Tanner Bivens. Yep, Tanner Bivens back in the game. So 13-5 in that first quarter. We started off down 5-0 and went on a 13-0 run to end the quarter. It's a good way to end the quarter.
Pirates shooting 50% from the field first quarter, 6 for 12.
And then how about their turnovers? They've had a bunch of them.
Right now I got Adena 2 for 7 from the field. You do the math on that, under 50%.
They don't have many shots because they keep turning it over.
Absolutely.
I'm going to say 20-something. All right. So how many I think as of right now, we've got Adena with at least 9 turnovers there in that first quarter. You can't shoot it, Scott, if you don't have the ball. And obviously, our defense is doing an excellent job keeping them from doing whatever they want. I think it's fair to say that if Adena keeps trying to force it in there and we keep defending the post like that, they're going to struggle to score. How about the Pirates offensively? What do you think so far? 6 for 12 from the field.
6 for 12 from the field.
You have 3 turnovers.
Good movement around.
Good movement. I tell you what, we really haven't got Coleman involved as much, but you can tell that Adena has done an excellent job scouting him because every time he sets those ball screens and he rolls to the basket, there's 2 people around him.
Well, I think the first thing it said on their scouting report last game, Coleman had 39 points. I think they're keying on Coleman.
Well, guys, we're about ready to start the second quarter action. It will be Pirate basketball on the side.
We have some substitutions.
Can't sub once you start the quarter. Ball inbounded to Lowry, crossing the timeline. Now over to Holden on the left wing. Ball screen coming from Newsom. Holden reverses to Dyer, then over to Bivens. Ball screen again by Dyer. Bivens brings it across, back on top to Newsom. Newsom reverses it over to Lowry. Lowry brings it across to the top to Dyer. He again reverses it over to Holden. Good cut by Mac Dyer right there, and a great pass. Great assist by Tanner Holden, and a finish. 15-5 Pirates, 7:31 in the second quarter. That was a great look right there. Over to number 10, who's just entered the game, Zach Fout. Ball's deflected out of bounds by Newsom. Adena will have the ball underneath. A bunch of subs coming in. Preston for Adena, Backenhaster, and Dawson all coming in the game.
Block set for Adena.
Postage to enter.
Across.
Double ball screen over to Trey Postage, and he throws it out. I think he throws it out. Nope, maybe not. It was tipped. No, it wasn't. Another Adena turnover.
Another turnover.
Back over to the Pirates. Newsom inbounds to Lowry. They've got no offensive flow, the Adena Warriors. 0. Ball's kicked over to Lowry. Crosses the timeline. Again, trying to trap at half court. Over to Holden. Good skip pass there by Lowry, and a finish in the paint
Holden.
By Holden. 17-5. 7 minutes in the second quarter.
Wheelersburg is on a 17-0 run.
Ball's kicked out of
Adena
bounds.
Started off this game 5-0, but Pirates up 17-5.
Well, we talked about the Pirates' keys is getting the ball in the paint. We haven't necessarily got the ball in the paint to Coleman, but we've got the ball in the paint. And that's why our shooting percentage is so high. All right, number 10, Zach Fout entering the ball to Jeff Postage. Now it's over to Backenhaster on the left wing. Back to Postage on top. Point man trying to get some O running. Looks like a 4-out, 1-in look right here. Coleman denying Backenhaster like crazy. Over to Trey Postage. Lowry on him. Right wing. Looking inside again to Backenhaster. He's struggling to catch it. Ball skipped over to number 10. Zach Fouts shoots a three. No good. Rebounded by Lowry. Lowry bringing the ball down the floor. Back to the Pirates again. Left wing takes it to the rack. Great move. Wow. Whew. Earl the Pearl. Timeout Adena. What a finish. What a finish by Lowry. 19-5 Wheelersburg. 6:27 in the second quarter. How about the fact that he takes it coast to coast, goes across the floor, little dipsy-do from Baton Rouge, and finishes off the glass. That was a heck of a move.
I think Adena's coach is giving their players a tongue lashing. When you have 5 seniors in the court and you allow no help side defense,
no pressure,
I'd be pretty upset too.
You know, I'm not being critical of the Adena kids, but it's more of a compliment to the Pirates. The bottom line is Wheelersburg, they're doing a phenomenal job on the defensive end. I mean, let's think about this. They score 5 points in the first 40 seconds of the game. We've played another 8 minutes since that point, and they have yet to score a basket. So it's 19-5 Pirates. Obviously, if their intensity keeps up, this is a Dunkirk. Yes. I hate to say it, but it is. I know it's early, but if they keep up the defensive effort, it's just obvious. And I tell you what, the Pirates are physical. I mean, that's something that was definitely scouted. We need to be physical, get them off the block. Well, the ball will be taken out of bounds by the Warriors. Inbounded to Jeff Postage coming up. 6:27 on the clock, 19-5, Wheelersburg.
Wheelersburg looks like a diamond in one.
It looks like a 2-2-1. 2-2-1 three-quarter court by the Pirates. They must have just put this in. I haven't seen it yet. Ball skipped
wide
over
open
to Backenhaster. Finishes at the rim and good. 2 for Backenhaster. 19-7, 6:13 remaining on the second quarter. Ball skipped over to Coleman, back over to Bivens. Bivens on the right wing, kicks it back up to Lowry. Lowry's trying to set the offense up top, looking over at Coach, saying, what are we doing now? Going back to the ball screen stuff. Lowry brings it across, takes it in the paint, kicks it out to Holden. Holden waiting on the ball screen from Newsom. Rejects the ball screen, goes baseline, skips it over, tipped out of bounds. Who's that? Number 13, Chris Postage, tips the skip pass out of bounds. Going to be taken underneath by on the side. Wheelersburg entering the basketball from the side. 5:47, second quarter. Ball inbounded by Holden. Kicked out to Lowry. Lowry's got the ball up top, running slow. Kicks it over to Bivens on the left wing. Bivens comes over a ball screen. Still got the ball. Kicks it over to Coleman. Coleman throws it to Lowry. Sets another ball screen. Again, ball reversed over to the left wing to Holden. Ball screen action again by Newsom. Driven to the basket, tipped out by Postage. Postage brings the ball down the floor. 3-on-1 over to Trey Postage. Misses the layup. Rebounded by Dawson. Misses it again. Offensive rebound again. Jeff Postage. 2 offensive rebounds so far on this possession. Kicked over now to the right wing to Trey Postage. And then back to number 13, Chris Postage. Ball's over to the right wing again to Trey Postage. Reversed over to Jeff Postage. Again, trying to get the ball inside. It looks like we got a hook. It's either a hook or a hold.
Looks like a hook on Holden.
Or Coleman. Yeah. You got a hold on Coleman. That would be his second. Tell you what, you're going to get some fouls called when you're trying to guard a 6'5" post player like that.
And you're trying to get around him, too, to front the pass.
So the ball's taken underneath by Jeff Postage, number 2 for the Warriors. Looking inside, missed him. He was there for a second. Kicks back on top to Trey Postage. Now the Dena's going high-low. And the ball's tipped by Newsom back to the Warriors, though. Number 13, Chris Postage with the ball. Kicks it back up to Trey Postage and reverse to Jeff Postage. Go high-low. They throw it inside to number 14, Jake Dawson. Rejected by Holden and a rebound by Holden. The ball's tipped out of bounds, and it goes to the Pirates. 19-7, 4:41 on the clock.
It's like Dawson had a wide-open layup, but he put the ball on the ground, and that allowed Holden to come over on the weak side for the block.
It was a good block. Again, another missed opportunity for the Warriors. Ball brought down the floor by Lowry. Kicks over to Dyer. Dyer, now they're looking to go 4 out, 1 in, it looks like here. Running a little swing offense from Wisconsin. Throw the ball inside to Dyer. And a foul call.
A hold, looks like, on number 14.
Fouls on number 14, Jake Dawson. 6'3" senior. Ball's going to be taken out of bounds on the baseline. Lowry is going to enter the out-of-bounds play. Official yet to give him the ball. There we go. Here we go. Oh, little fake outside and a lob to Holden. He misses the rebound, gets the offensive rebound, goes up and gets fouled. It's a good little play right there. Simple but effective. Fouls on number 22, Backenhasser. It'll be 2 free throws for Tanner Holden. 5 fouls total by Adena, 3 by Wheelersburg. 19-7 Wheelersburg, 4:23 on the clock, second quarter. We need some points.
I'm wondering, Brent. I mean, every single out of bounds play underneath is a box set.
Yes. Well, that's it. First free throw up and good. Sub in the play, number 4, J.D. Blevins coming in for Backenhasser. We needed those points just to kind of get us going again. 27-20 to 7, Wheelersburg, 4:23 on the clock. Next free throw is up and short. Ball's tipped and out of bounds, and it's going back to the Pirates. It's a good job there by Newsom fighting for the rebound. Well, you ask about the box set. Now that we have a little time, I'll tell you this. The thing is, it's hard to scout because every time they are in a set, they're in a box set. Ball's entered by Holden, kicked out to Lowry. Back to Holden. Holden got the ball on the right side. Little up screen for Lowry, nothing there. Over to Newsom. Ball's reversed over to Dyer. And then back to Bivens. Bivens on the left wing.
Adena's getting pretty physical with Tanner right now.
Back to Holden. Great drive, and then just too hard of a pass to Dyer. Out of bounds, turnover, Wheelersburg. Subbing in the game, Trent Salyers for Cole Lowry, I believe. Adena bringing the ball up the floor. It looks like we're in straight man full court. Jeff Postage bringing the ball up the floor. Tanner Bivens guarding tight. The ball is reversed back on top to number 13, Chris Postage on the left wing. He's picked up his dribble. Good pressure right there. And then reversed over back to Jeff Postage on the right side of the floor.
High-low called by Adena.
High-low called. Trying to go inside. Gives it to Dawson. Looking inside to 14. Can't find him. Chris Postage takes the baseline and misses the layup, but he's fouled by Holden. First, poor help side there. And then on top of it, just gave him straight line penetration to the basket. That's hard to stop when you have no resistance. So I believe, check that, I guess it was a foul on Tanner Bivens. Looked like Holden, but it's not.
Chris Postage shooting
the lefty
2.
Makes the first.
Well, he used all of that rim.
20-8 now. 3:34 remaining in the second. Wheelersburg's up. Second free throw is up and good. 20-9, Wheelersburg. 3:30 remaining. Holden bringing the ball up the floor as the floor general. Let's see what we're in here. Just still waiting to run some mo. Going 4 out, 1 in again. A little Wisconsin swing action. Again, Holden's just dribbling. Reversing over to Newsom and then to Bivens. Good backdoor cut by Salyers. Not seen, though. Back up to Salyers. Nothing there. Salyers with the ball on the left wing.
Looks like Newsom has a mismatch. He wants that ball in the post.
Yes, he does. Back over to Dyer on the right wing. Dyer with the ball on the right wing. Kicks it over to Salyers. Salyers reverses over to Bivens. Looks inside to Newsom. Nothing there. Newsom kicks it back out to Dyer. Dyer for 3. Good.
3-point goal.
23-9 Pirates. 2:45 to go. Mac Dyer is told by Coach Ader today he is over 50% from 3 this year. Hadn't shot a lot, but when he shoots it, he makes it. Postage brings the ball down the floor. Kicks it over to 14, Jake Dawson. And then back over to Postage, looking to get back to Dawson. Dawson catches it on the left block.
Great outside defense by Dyer.
Yep. Back to Dawson on the block. Goes up strong. Misses it. Rebounded by Holden. Great outlet pass to Bivens. Bivens down the floor before anybody, and he finishes.
Wow.
25-9. Now that's how you run a break, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes to go. 25-9 Pirates. Postage bring the ball down the floor. He's trapped. He's kicked over to Chris Postage. 3 in the corner. Misses. Trent Salyers, great box out. Trent Salyers bringing the ball down the floor. Bringing it down all the way to the rack. Just kind of just out of control. Should have just kind of backed it out and run some O, but he did not. It's the turnover on the Pirates. Looks like Cole Lowry ready to check in. Gets Mac Dyer, who just hit the big three. 25-9 Pirates, 2 minutes remaining in the second. And Adena taking the ball out of bounds. That'll be Jake Dawson. Looks like the Pirates, I might have been mistaken, Scott. I think they're running a little run and jump.
Looks like it.
Postage brings the ball down the floor. No trap this time. Didn't really have an opportunity. Ball screen set by Dawson up top. Nothing there. Postage looking inside. Reverses it over to Trey Postage on the right wing. Looking inside to Dawson. Goes it to Dawson. Dawson on the right block against Lowry. Kicks it back out to Postage. Postage for three. Good. Good inside out right there. Trey Postage hits the three. 25-12 Pirates. Again, back down the floor quick to Newsom. Again, 1:34 remaining. 25-12 Pirates. Holden seeing the floor, kicks it up to Bivens. Bivens makes a great extra pass to Newsom. Newsom gets fouled, shooting a jump shot. Newsom at the line shooting two. How do you think about that? Ball didn't even touch the floor, Scott.
I tell you what.
What are you going to tell me? First free throw up and no good. So Newsom will get a second. I'll tell you what.
We're definitely running the floor very well.
Yeah.
They made
we
get
shot.
A rebound. We got both guys in each lane, and it's
made
almost.
The shot, and we still got down the floor before they did. Newsom with his second. Up. And, both of them look good, but he missed them both. Rebounded by Dawson and kicked out to Postage. He crosses the timeline. Postage up top. Kicks it over to Chris Postage. And over to Trey Postage off a double screen. Shoots a three. Misses. Lowry goes up for the rebound. Doesn't get it. Ooh. Number 4 gets the offensive rebound. Blevins. He misses it. And then Lowry with another rebound.
Got to make those bunnies.
Kicks it over to Bivens. Bivens over to Salyers. 25-12. 1 minute remaining in the second quarter. Salyers kicks over to Holden. Ball screen from Newsom. Holden brings it across the middle. Looking inside, nothing there. Kicks it out to Salyers, sets his puppies. Misses the three. Offensive rebounding by Holden. That's a good rebound. Things are getting a little chippy in there. I'm not going to mention names, but it's getting a little chippy inside. He caught a foul on Holden.
Would have been a nice weak side rebound by Holden.
First of all,
I think he went straight up on that.
I'm not allowed to disagree with officials, but I'm going to disagree with the official. That was a good rebound. I'm sorry. Back to the Warriors. 50 seconds remaining in the second. Post is bringing up the floor. Salyers.
Great trap.
Thinks to trap, but it does not. Brings it across the timeline. Now Holden coming to trap. Kicked it over to Trey Postage on the left wing. 40 seconds remaining in the second. 25-12 Pirates. Over to Chris Postage up top. I think he just traveled, but they missed it. Kicked it inside to Dawson. Newsom gardening. Nothing there. Kicks it out to Postage. Postage drives. He traveled that time. He got him that time. Turnover. Warriors. Looks like
Brent, the Warriors look frustrated on offense.
They do.
I don't think they've seen a team as physical as Wheelersburg with our.
So we got 25-12. Coleman coming in the game for Newsom. Obviously offense, defense, substitution. Plus Coleman's got 2 fouls. But 25 seconds in the second. 25-12. Holding with the ball up top.
Looks like we're going to take the last second shot.
Definitely.
20 seconds.
Holden crosses the timeline with 15 seconds remaining. Let's see if we can get a better shot than we did the last time. 10 seconds on the clock. Holden is still dribbling up top. And coach says, let's go. 6 seconds. 5. Over to Salyers. Salyers got a good pump fake. Shoots a three. Nothing. And then Adena rebounds it. Good little pump fake, but missed the shot. 25-12. Wheelersburg. Again, if you compare the fact that we've got 25-12, they scored 5 points in the first minute and then 7 points the rest of the half.
Yeah, we have outscored them 25-7 since.
Yeah,
very impressive.
Go ahead and we're going to go ahead and take a little short break while we get some stats for the listeners. Mr. Verba, a.k.a. Sports Almanac, is going to have them ready for you here in about 2 minutes. Right now, what we have coming out on the floor for those that are not here, we have all the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade Pee Wee boys basketball players. Look how many kids we got. Whew. I'm the middle school AD, Scott, in case you didn't know, so I know how many kids we have.
Are you?
Yes.
Wow.
We have close to 50 5th and 6th grade boys.
That is very encouraging.
And then about 30 or so 3rd and 4th graders. So, you're looking at 80 little youth basketball Pirate fans. So I do know this, that I believe the Bulls, who did not win a game, in the regular season, won both tournament games to get to the finals against the Warriors, but unfortunately their, what do you call that, their champagne run ended, and the Warriors got them in the
typical
championship.
Warriors.
Well, when you can recruit and get Kevin Durant, it's over. So
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
they're going to go ahead and introduce the Pee Wee boys. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We have no music, so just kind of go ahead and listen to the kids that are being introduced. We'll be with you in a second.
For 19 for Wheelersburg.
Coached by Andy Saltzman. The Celtics are coached by Greg Stanley. The Lakers are coached by Johnny Wright. The Cavs are coached by Sean Summer. And the Spurs are coached by Mike Higgins. Ladies and gentlemen, give a hand to the future of Ira basketball.
What's Wheelersburg? 11 for 19. We're just going to make up a number.
58% for Wheelersburg, 29% for what?
All right. Mr. Urba, hand your headset over real quick. Grab this man real quick. We'll get Marvin.
How do I put this bad boy on?
Have Eugene help you. Have Eugene help.
I'm going to let Jalen talk some too, if that's okay.
You're a senior.
Yeah, I know, but bring me up here. Do I put this on too?
Yeah. All right, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Nick Marvin. I'm a senior at Wheelersburg, play on the baseball team.
So, Nick, obviously this is basketball season, but see, I'm all about kids. So, cheerleaders going to do a little dance here, but while they're dancing, do me a favor and go ahead and tell me what you're looking forward to this baseball season with Coach Estep and the staff.
We're just looking forward to getting back to winning SOC and making it back to Columbus. I think that's our ultimate goal. I think we can do it too. So,
what kind of things are you doing to prepare yourself for the season that's upcoming?
we're working out a lot. We've already started hitting some, throwing a little bit, just getting our guys together, making sure they're ready.
What time do you guys work out?
After school for about 3 hours, 2.5.
And then I know you guys do some voluntary workouts in December. What time do you guys start those workouts?
In December, we usually start after school, but throughout the whole summer, we work out about 6:30 in the morning up until December.
What kind of leadership does Coach Estep provide for your club?
Oh, he's a great leader, not just on the baseball team, though. It's in life, too. Ultimately, I think his goal is to make us better men, not just better baseball players. So,
tell me a lesson. Hate to put you on the spot here, Mr. Marvin, but I want to know. Tell me a lesson in particular that you remembered over your 4 years that kind of stuck with you.
Okay, so usually when we have away games pretty far away, we go out to eat. And his thing is we always like to clean it up and make it better than it looked before we got there. So, he's just preparing us for life, just making things better than we show up and then after we leave.
The thing about it is when as a dad, I'm a dad now. Mm-hmm. So as a dad, I look for what kind of adult role model are my kids going to have, and when I look at Coach Estep, obviously he's the kind of role model I want my kid to play under. Whether he's good at baseball or not doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, I don't think any of us are playing for the Cincinnati Reds anytime soon. Yeah. So, maybe we will because they don't win very much. But tell me, as far as what position do you play and what kind of role do you think you're going to have this year?
I'm an outfielder, and I'm not real sure what my role is going to be. I just started pitching, so
just started pitching.
Just started my first year, so I don't know.
Now, as a senior, what do you feel is the most important thing to kind of impose upon some of the younger guys?
What the program's all about, what we've been about, preparation, hard work, that stuff.
You know, what impresses me most, my first, I remember my brother saying, hey, you know, go watch Williamsburg play at Chillicothe when I was at another school. He said, just get there before they get on the field and watch them get off the bus. He said, and just see how they get off the bus. And what I watched was literally like kids, hats are all in the same way, gears on the same way, coming off the bus ready to go. Tell me, does he provide you expectations for how you get off a bus?
Yeah, we're expected to look the same. That's our thing. We want people to know who we are and what we're about. So
like a united front kind of thing.
That's right, yep.
All right, I know you have a young guy here, Mr. Jalen Miller. I think he's a sophomore, I believe.
Yep.
So if you would, pass the mic over to him. We'll get a young Bucks perspective on the baseball season upcoming. Thank you, Mr. Marvin. We're waiting on Jalen. He's struggling with the headset. All right, Jalen, go ahead and put those headsets on. All right, real quick, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. I'm Jalen Miller, sophomore, playing baseball this year.
Now, we got a good game going on here, 25-12 Pirates. They've been on they've won 8 of their last 9 games. Now, upcoming in baseball, what position do you play? What role do you think you're going to fill for Coach Estep and the staff?
Mainly I play shortstop, but I play some outfield too. But really I just want to play wherever he needs someone, just help the team out, whatever I can to do to help them out.
How the workouts been?
Oh, they were pretty brutal starting off in the first few weeks, but we're getting into it now, and it's not too bad.
Not too bad. Now, what kind of leadership does Mr. Marvin and some other seniors provide for some of you younger guys, and maybe leaving a legacy of what you need to do when you get older?
They're just paving the way for us. You know, they're a bunch of great guys, great personalities, great at the game. They're just showing us how to work things and how to keep it going.
Now, you obviously, love baseball. I know you. Good kicker, too, by the way.
Yes, sir.
Love baseball. What's kind of the most fun thing about the game to you?
I don't know. Most people are just like on the offensive side, when they get to hit and stuff, but I love playing the field.
Do you?
Everything about the field, I love it.
And I can tell you that the field is preached pretty religiously from the coaching staff,
yes,
is it not?
Yes, it sure is.
Make the simple play and make it look simple.
Yes. Act like you've been there.
Absolutely. Well, listen, good luck to you and the rest of your guys. Mr. Marvin over here, thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Hopefully you check it out on Burg Fan.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to the baseball season, but we're not going to start the baseball season yet because we've got tournaments, girls and boys basketball. We're going to hopefully finish this thing out on a good note for the seniors that are out there now. Thank you, Jalen.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
We're going to go back to Mr. Verba. He's going to provide some stats for us. Thanks, guys. Always nice to have kids on the show, that's for sure. That's kind of why we're in the business, the people business. All right. AKA Sports Almanac, what kind of stats do we have? Some important stats that kind of represent. We got 3 minutes before this second half starts. Go ahead.
Well, it's like we have the Wheelersburg Pirates shooting 58%, 11 of 19 from the field. Holding the Adena Warriors, Wheelersburg, to 29%, 5 of 17 from the field. So great defense by the Pirates.
And then also Adena kind of racked up double-digit turnovers in that first half. What about free throws? Just curious, because we've missed a few. I'm just curious what our free throw percentage might be.
I got 50%.
Yeah, if we shoot free throws just a little bit better, this game probably is 32-12 at halftime, or close to it. I think the biggest thing to note in this game, in this first half, is, for those who've listened, Adena is trying to do what, Scott?
Looks like they're constantly trying to go in the paint.
And it's just not working. And I think it's not working because...
And that's a compliment, again, to our scouting report and our defense playing help side. Again, I don't think Beckenhaster has played up against somebody as physical as Coleman.
And I think he's only got 2 points at this point. I think
he
the other
has
thing, too...
4 points.
4 points, okay. But he's averaging a double-double.
Absolutely.
He's not really been a factor on the boards. Then Trey Postage, who's kind of their leading scorer. I think he's hit a couple threes.
He is 1 for 4 from the field.
And, he's got 3 points, not really doing what he normally does. The other thing, too, that's not noted is good post defense starts with good ball pressure.
Yes.
And our guards are doing a phenomenal job pressuring the ball and making things difficult for them to look inside the post. Offensively for the Pirates, a little careless with the ball at times. I'd like to see them kind of get up and down the floor a little bit. When they get up and down the floor, when they outlet the ball at the floor, it looks good.
It looks great.
And
we got guys on the weak side getting offensive rebounds.
Good contributions from the bench. Mac Dyer especially did a nice job in the first half getting on the glass. Who we led by in scoring at this point?
Looks like we are led by Tanner Holden. He's got 8 points.
He hit a free throw, so 9 points.
My bad. He's shooting 4 for 5 from the field. Had a nice dunk.
Yeah, he did. How about 9 points off 5 shots? That's
Absolutely.
pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean,
Trent Salyers is kind of like the Kyle Korver. He is, we're stressing, have him keep on shooting.
Absolutely.
He's 0 for 3 from three-point land, but he's not going to give up there.
Bivens is 1 for 1 from 3. Lowry's 2 for 2 from the field. And then we've got Newsom, who is 1 for 1 from the field. I mean, really, Dyer's 1 for 2 from the field. Really, we're not missing too many shots because we're taking good shots. I think Salyers is 0 for 3 from 3. However, all of them have looked good. They just haven't fell, and they will fall. We got a minute before the third quarter starts.
For all of you out there listening, all you UK fans out there, you are up 43-27 against LSU at halftime.
What other scores we got?
Alabama pulling off an upset against number 19, South Carolina, 37-24 in the second half. Villanova, second ranked, up 15, 43-28 at halftime against Georgetown. So Penn State upsetting Maryland, 21st ranked Maryland, 55-48.
All right, now this is a big one for me. Thursday night. Duke, North Carolina.
I am all about Duke, buddy.
Guard versus post play. Who wins? You're going Duke?
You know what? I'm going Duke. Duke, has had struggles, kind of like the Cavs in January, but, you got Coach K back on the sidelines. I see good things for them after all the drama that's going on with the tripping. I think they're going to be back.
I always say hashtag go Duke. All right, inbounds by the Pioneers. Or excuse me, it is the Pioneers, right? No,
Warriors.
Well, I messed that up too. Warriors basketball over
You're
to Trey
thinking
Postage.
Marietta.
That's good. Good point. Up to Jeff Postage, back over to Trey Postage on the left wing. Up to Dawson up top, looking inside. Doesn't
very physical, the Pirates playing
Absolutely.
right now on defense.
Back over to Postage on the left wing. Looking inside to Dawson.
Help
throws
side
it up
defense.
Good help. Kicks it out, though, to number 12. Hits a 3. Austin Preston with the 3. It's really pretty good offense.
First 3 of the game.
Ball brought down the floor by Holden. Holden looking inside. Nothing there. Back over to Lowry. Lowry shoots a 3. Deep 3.
Not just an NBA. That is an NBA 3. Cole Lowry.
Lowry perfect from the floor with 7 points. 25-15. No, excuse me. Should be 28-15. I think they missed a basket. Yeah. 28-15. Judge Matt McFarland.
With his Akron jacket.
Fist bump. 28-15, 7 minutes. Postage shoots a 3 and fouled and makes it. Bivens fouls Jeff Postage shooting a 3. Have a chance for a 4-point play. That'll bring the count to 28-18.
And that was a legit foul. You see these players with kind of putting their legs up in the air every time they know they're going to miss. But that was legit.
Free throw up and good. 4-point play is completed. 28-19. 7 minutes remaining in the third period. How about? You don't see many 4-point plays, that's for sure.
Athena's come out a little fired up.
Back over to Holden. Holden looks inside to Coleman. Coleman first post touch, kicks it back out to Holden. Holden gives it back to him. Good job inside-outside game. Coleman goes up strong.
That is the way to play. As soon as he got that ball, first thing he did was square up to the basket.
30-19 Pirates. Warriors bringing the ball down the floor. How about the fact that
Believe it or not, how about that?
Oh, good trap at half court.
That is Coleman's first 2 points of the game.
Well, that's a good job by Holden giving it to him. Lob play, no good, out of bounds. Another turnover.
That has got to drive you crazy as a coach.
6 minutes, 30 seconds in the second.
You got to tell your guards to shoot that.
Well, how about the fact that Holden throws it into Coleman? He kicks it back out to him. He gives him another touch. Nice little drop step spin move finish. 30-19. Holden brings the ball down the floor. 6 minutes to play. Kicks it over to Bivens. Bivens comes off a ball screen to the top. Illegal screen. Newsom going the other way. 6:12 remaining now. I tell you what.
That is a call you don't see often, kind of like 3 seconds, whether it's high school or college.
Honestly, and Coach Rader agreeing with the call, and I do too. He had his hands outside his body. Postage bringing the ball down the floor. Looking for the trap again. Gets the trap. Kicks it out. Hits it to number 3, Trey Postage. Trey Postage doesn't have anything. To Dawson. Back out to Trey Postage. Jeff Postage now calling the shirt play, whatever that is. Looking inside. Little flare play to Postage. 3-point shot, good. The shirt play is the flare play, Scott. We've got it. 30-22.
Trey
Pirates.
Postage shooting 50% from 3-point range, 2 for 4.
I think he's actually got 3. Look at the clock. He's got 9 points. He's 3 for 4. All right. 30-22 Pirates. 5:30 remaining in the third. Over to Holden on the left wing. Gives it inside to Coleman. They're looking to double down. Holden, great cut. Gives it up. Coleman gives it up to him on the cutter, and he finishes. 32-22. Great two-man game right there between those two. No call underneath. I like that. 5 minutes remaining in the third. 32-22 Pirates. Back over to Postage on the left wing. That's back over again to Jeff Postage. Looking inside to Dawson. Nothing there. Go high-low. Kicks it over to Backenherd. He shoots a 15-footer, misses. Rebounded by Holden. Bringing it down quick. Holden taking it deep. Into the paint. Nothing there. Kicks it out to Lowry on the left wing. Coleman looking to set the ball screen. Nothing there. Kicks it back into Coleman. He could easily kick it out. Look, they're swarming him. There's 4 of them around him. Kicks it out to Lowry. Lowry's got nothing. Reverses it over to Holden on the right side. Holden waiting on the ball screen. Nothing going. Just dribbling around. Gets it in the paint. Great jump stop. Ball's rejected by Backenhaster. 6'5" guy. Rebounded by the Warriors. Brought it up the floor. Kicked over to Trey Postage. Takes it in the lane. Shoots a floater. No good. Backenhaster
Looked like a
with
pass.
the offense. Well, I think you might be right. Backenhaster with the catch and finish.
Backenhaster with 6 points.
30, yes, sir. 32-24 Pirates. Little up and down game this time. 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. I like this pace a little bit. A little more interesting. Here we go. Bivens reverses field over to Lowry. Lowry back on top to Coleman. Coleman over to the left wing. Gives it back up to Holden. Holden reverses again over to Newsom. Newsom drives, kicks out to Holden. Holden, little handoff action to Lowry. Lowry drives it, nothing going. Reverses it back to Holden on the right wing. Waiting on the ball screen again. They're aware of the ball screen at this point. Coleman reverses over, good patience. Bivens kicks it out to Holden. 3:35 on the clock, 32-24. We ran about 30 seconds off the clock. Got to get something going to the rim here a little bit. Lowry's got the ball in the right wing, kicks it over to Newsom.
Good pick and roll.
Good little slip. Ooh. Nothing there. Little turnover by Newsom over to the Warriors. Jeff Postage brings the ball down the floor, looks for Dawson in the paint. Nothing going. Kicks it out to Blevins. Blevins shoots a 3 and good. 32-27. Timeout, Coach Ader.
Austin Preston, all of his shots have been from 3-point range. 2 for 4 from that area, 50%.
And we kind of talked about that in the pregame, that he shoots around 35% from 3, and that's pretty much all he does, which he does it well. So, I mean, you got to have those kids.
Adena looking like they're playing with a purpose this second half. Looks like our boys might be a little complacent after that big lead.
Came out of the second half with a little bit more energy. The score was 30-19, and then Adena goes on an 8-2 run to cut the lead 32-27. The Pirates are on top.
We got a ball game.
30 minutes, 13 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Pirates are basically running 2 offenses. They're running what's called the Euro ball screen offense, which is basically just kind of a cutter and a ball screen, and then they're running some swing offense where they're trying to set some up screens and some back screens, flex screens.
Nothing wrong with that. A little too patient, though, I'd say.
Well, at some point in time, you got to attack the basket. But I'll go back to it. I like when our ponies run. I like it. I do. And I think that I haven't had many opportunities to run this half.
Well, because Adena's doing a better job of taking care of the ball.
Taking care of the ball, and they're making shots.
Yes.
Ball inbounded to Lowry. 3 minutes in the third quarter. Lowry kicks it over to Holden. Holden comes off the ball screen, nothing. He reverses it. Now watch the way he comes off his ball screen here. It's not looking to attack. There we go. Now we're trying. Ball reversed over to Holden. Now back over to Stires. Stires looks inside to Coleman. Great catch.
Looks like we're
Kicks
getting
out
a little physical back there.
No good. Rebound.
Great weak side
Salyers.
rebound by
Good
Salyers.
Shot fake he misses. Coleman goes up for the offensive rebound and gets it, in a foul on number 22, Backenhaster. Trent Salyers in there mixing it up. He's the little guy in the paint. gets 2 offensive rebounds. I think he got fouled, but hey, I'm biased.
I think
I'm
you're
a Pirate
right.
fan.
Boy, I love Brent when I see guys weak side rebounding.
Absolutely. Jake Dawson in for Backenhaster, who has 3 fouls, 6'5" post player for Adena. Ball inbounded by Lowry.
Need to take
Lowry
advantage
fakes
of this.
it. Great cut. Great cut. Coleman with a great backdoor cut and a finish. Good look by Lowry. 34-27 Pirates. 2:30
Coleman
remaining.
is 2 for 2 from the field, but
We got Preston
just like
again.
you mentioned,
Skips it over to Postage. Stolen by Holden. Holden brings the ball down the floor. Weaving through traffic. A little 8-footer with his right hand. No good. Lowry offensive rebound. Good. Great putback. 36-27 Pirates. Warriors bringing the ball down the floor quickly. Stolen by Coleman. Outletted to Salyers. Great outlet pass. And Salyers with the finish. I bet we got a timeout. Yes, we do. 38-27 Pirates. How about this? You go 8-2 run, we go 6-0. 38-27, 2:14 in the third quarter. See, we steal, we run. It looks good. I like it.
I think you nailed it. Kind of taking advantage of the fact that Backenhaster's out of the game with 3 fouls.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, they are committed to going inside. And you know, the thing I like about this third quarter, Coleman in foul trouble in the first half, but it's obvious our kids are trying to get in the ball.
Absolutely.
How many points does he have his second half?
He's got 4 points. He's 2 of 2 from the field, but he's got a lot of touches.
And how about the fact that he's looking for cutters, and you know, it's really between Holden and Coleman and Lowry. Obviously, those 3 are playing.
Let me
really
take
well
Let me take it back when you were a kid in that date, 1987 Final Four, Indiana against Syracuse. Daryl Thomas had the shot, decides to take it back to Keith Smart.
Just so we update you, Holden with 11 and Lowry with 9, and then on the Adena side, Trey Postage with 9, and then
Aggressive
Austin
foul
Blevins with 6. Inbounded in a kind of a cheapie. Salyers picks up one about 85 feet from the basket. Dawson inbounded to Jeff Postage. Salyers picking up full court, making him go left. Looking to trap in the corner. They get a good trap. The ball skipped over to Preston. Preston on top with Holden. Back over to Postage. Postage guarded by Salyers. Salyers definitely putting some heat on him. Looks like we're going flare play again. Yep, missed him though. Back over to Jeff Postage. Ball on top. Still Postage. Postage kicks it over to his brother Trey Postage. Now back on top to Dawson. Preston with the ball on the right wing. Kicks it over to Jeff Postage. Looking to go high-low right here. Dawson's got the ball. They forced him way out so he couldn't get to him. Postage now kind of reverses over to his brother. Postage on the wing. Looking inside. Nothing going. Back to Dawson. Very patient possession right here. Great job by the Pirates. 1 minute 18.
They're used to running a perimeter offense, and we are pushing them back beyond the perimeter.
They're just kind of throwing around. Oh, good little deflection by Holden.
I think we got away with a foul, but it's all right.
Back to Preston. 1 minute remaining. 38-27 Pirates. Kicked out to Dawson. Dawson's got nothing. Back to Postage. This is a 1 minute. This is a great possession right here by the Pirates. Good defense. 58 seconds remaining. Over to Trey Postage. Looking inside, not there. Dawson looks inside on a high-low action. Kicks it to Preston. Now over to Jeff Postage. Then to Trey Postage for 3. No good.
Trey
and then
Postage
a rebound by Newsom. And outletted to Holden. Holden kicks it over to Salyers. Alley-oop. No. Coleman gets the offensive board and gets fouled.
Again.
37 seconds.
It looked like Salyers was going for the alley-oop, but his alley-oop hit the rim. Do I count that as a shot or what?
I think that's a pass. That's not a shot. Coleman shooting 2. Mac Dyer looks to be coming in the game for him. 37 seconds remaining in the third. 38-27 Pirates. How about a minute and a half defensive possession? Then they take a contested 3. That's a pretty darn good defensive possession. First free throw's up and good. 39-27. Mac Dyer in for Newsom. Clayton Meadows in the game. His first action. Looks to be subbing for Holden. Holden going to take a little breather. And Caden has a chance for his 6th point of the night. Still waiting on him to retrieve the ball. 37 seconds in the third. 39-27. Coleman with his second free throw attempt. It's up and good. Good stroke right there.
6 points for Caden Coleman.
40-27 Pirates. They've bumped it back up. 35 seconds remaining.
Full
Jeff
court
Postage
pressure
bringing the ball down the floor.
Great trap.
Oh,
great
what a terrible place to put it. Oh, that's a great trap. Mac Dyer, great trap. Great job forcing him in the trap.
That is the worst spot to pick up your dribble, just
Absolutely.
beyond the half-court line in the corner.
That was a dead man walking right there.
But that is textbook.
Oh,
So,
then they inbounded just a poorly thrown ball by the Pirates. And then Jeff Postage steals it, gets fouled by Lowry. 40-29, 23 seconds to go in the third. That's just careless. Honestly, just carelessness on the Pirates.
You got to give it to Jeff Postage, though. I mean, he could have been frustrated after that turnover, and he came back and played hustle defense.
Jeff Postage, number 2 for the Warriors, looking for finish the three-point play, and he makes it. He's got 7 on the night.
10-point game.
Chris Postage now entering the game for his brother Jeff Postage.
Postage. Jeez.
Oh,
I think you're going to the post office after this game.
Well,
first thing tomorrow morning.
Stamps are cheap. 23 seconds remaining. Looks like the Pirates are going to wait on the last shot. Lowry bringing it across the timeline. Now down to 15 seconds. 40-30 Pirates. He's just holding it on top. Now down to 10 seconds. Coach waiting to give him the call, and he says go at 8. So here we go. Lowry enters the ball, gives it to Sowers. Sowers with a 3. Bam. And boom goes the dynamite. Ends the quarter. 43-30. Now here's the thing. We're up 40-27 with our ball. Got a chance to end it. And unfortunately, they still can get a three-point play, but we finished it off. Salyers with a great three-point.
As I said, Salyers keep on shooting.
You're
We're
right.
1 for 4
the
from
Kyle
3-point.
Corver of Wheelersburg.
Yes, sir. Salyers
shot.
is overall 2 for 6 from the field, 33%, but
Obviously, that's a big 3.
absolutely.
It puts the Pirates up 43-30 with 8 minutes to go in the fourth because we haven't started the fourth. I think the shot percentage is still extremely high for the Pirates. Adena shot the ball much better that quarter. Biggest thing right now, score at halftime. The Pirates really dominated 25-12. Adena scored 18 in that quarter. But then again, the Pirates scored 18. So 18-18 in that third quarter.
I think if Adena wants to get back in the game, even though he's got 3 fouls, you got to put Backenhaster in the game right now.
Yeah, I agree. So that quarter goes 18-18, no blood. 43-30 Pirates. It'll be Wheelersburg ball to start the fourth.
And Backenhaster is back in.
Well, back in nasty. All right, here we go. Inbounded will be Clay Meadows, inbounding to Tanner Holden. Start of the fourth quarter. Here we go, Pirates. Here we go. Holden takes it to the right wing, looking to set an up screen for Coleman. Giving it inside to Coleman on the block. Fouled on number 4, J.D. Blevins, trying to shove him off the block. Now we have 3 fouls on the Warriors and 4 on the Pirates. So far away from the bonus, but free throws are going to be key down the stretch, it looks like.
Just watching this game, it's just, the benefits of playing football and keeping that body flexible. We are just outmanning.
Backdoor cut from Holden to Salyers. Misses the layup, gets an offensive rebound, put back good. 45-30 Salyers. Great job finishing the play. Back this way. Trey Postage quickly. 45-30. Postage picks up his dribble. Now out to Chris Postage. Defended by Holden. 7:30 on the clock. Coleman trying to deny the high post. Little rub screen right there. Back to Postage. Nothing going. And looks inside to number 4, J.D. Blevins.
So he got away with the travel, but
he did.
Play on.
Back on top to Trey Postage. Looking inside to Backenhaster. He catches the ball on the block. Misses. Great rebound by Holden. Good kick
Great
out
defense.
by Coleman. And he missed the layup. That's okay.
Right.
Good look, though. Rebounded by Trey Postage going the other way. Kicks it out to Blevins. He's a three-point shooter, and he takes it. Misses. Mac Dyer battling on the glass. Gets the rebound.
They are not getting offensive boards.
Outletted to Holden. Turnover. Just kind of took it too deep. Number 3, Postage, brings it the other way. Finishes it with the right hand. 45-32. Pirates. 6:44 remaining in the fourth quarter. That's a good opportunity to go up 17. Just kind of a careless play there. Over to Holden on the left wing. Pirates setting up their offense. Little Euro ball screen here. Salyers shoots a 3. No good. Kind of ill-advised right there. Rebounded by the Warriors. Warriors bring the ball down the floor. Kicks it over to Chris Postage. Back on top to Blevins. Blevins over to Chris Postage again. Back to Blevins in the paint. Little UCLA screen. Takes it. Shoots it. Off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Backenhaster. He takes it up and fouled by Holden. It's a good contest there, but just needed to get the board to go the other direction.
J.D. Blevins did a great job of getting his man in the air. Backenhaster with the weak side rebound. It's going to earn it shooting 2 shots.
Right now we got 2 shots, 45-32 Pirates, 6:10 on the clock. Backenhaster ready to shoot his first of 2. Up and good.
Friendly roll. Backenhaster.
Subs in the play. Jeff Postage for Blevins, number 12, and then Bivens for Salyers, 14 for 11.
Backenhaster at 7 points, about 3 below his average right now.
And, he's got 4 or 5 rebounds, but nothing like what he normally does. Up for the second free throw attempt. If he makes this, it'll cut the lead to 11. Up and good. 45-34 Pirates. Little full court pressure, diamond press. Up the floor to Bivens. Bivens gives to Coleman. Great pass.
Great pass.
Coleman finishes 47-34. 6 minutes remaining in the fourth. That would be Coleman's 8th point. Back up the floor quickly. Throws the lob. No, just a terrible pass, really. Stolen by Mac Dyer. Pirates bring the ball down the floor. Gives it up to Bivens. Bivens on the right wing. Gives it to Holden. Holden coming off a ball screen from Dyer. Nothing going. Reverses it over to Bivens. Bivens coming off a ball screen from Coleman. Just wasn't there. Just stolen by the Warriors.
Blevins, great job of getting in front of Coleman for that steal.
Absolutely. Postage brings the ball down the floor. Reverses field to J.D. Blevins. Now over to Trey Postage. Throws a lob over to Blevins. Ball's tipped. Stolen by Clayton Meadows. Back up to Bivens. On top. Kicks it over to Bivens in the corner. Bivens looking inside. Nothing there. Back on to Holden. Holden just kind of dribbling on top, trying to get everything going. Holden drives to the basket and fouled. 2 shots for Holden. Good take right there. 5 minutes in the fourth. 47-34 Pirates. Looks like Lowry's going to come in the game for someone.
Let me ask you this. How many times have you seen these alley-oop passes by Adena turn into turnovers when you ask yourself, you just wish these guys would just take the shot?
Yeah, that's their 17th turnover on the night. And I think it's important to note that it's not bad passes all the time. It's on the other hand, it's good defense. First free throw up and good. That brings Holden's tally to 12 points on the night, leading all scorers. 48-34, 5 minutes remaining. Going to have one more in the game. Newsom checks in for Dyer, and it looks like Backenhaster back in the game. Holden with the second shot. Up and good. His free throws have really improved. 49-34 Pirates. This is a good 2 points right there. Really needed it. Warriors brings down the ball down the floor, looking to trap in the corner. He's afraid to cross. Gives it up to Backenhaster.
He learned his lesson.
Yes, he did. Over to Trey Postage in the corner for 3. No good. Great box out by Newsom. Newsom outlets it to Lowry. Lowry brings the ball down the floor quickly. 49-34 Pirates. 4:30 remaining in the
Trey
fourth.
Postage's 7th 3 that he shot up, 3 for 7.
It's either goes to the post or we're shooting a 3. There's no in-between game. Holden on the right wing. Holden kicks it over to Lowry. Same side. Reverses field over to Coleman. Coleman gives the handoff to Bivens. Bivens looking for the little cross screen for Coleman. Great set right there.
Great.
Good finish. Coleman. 51-34 Pirates.
Shot between 2 defenders.
That was definitely a set play executed to perfection. Kick it over to Postage for 3. Good contest. Nothing there. Air ball.
They're frustrated.
Rebound by Lowry. Lowry brings the ball down the floor. Good outlet to Coleman. Out of bounds. Tipped and out of bounds. Oh, whoa. I don't know about that tip going back to the Warriors, but, hey, I've been known to be a 20 to 80 vision guy, I guess. 51-34. 4 minutes remaining in the fourth. Great contest there by the Pirates. Just couldn't make it happen in transition.
And remember, Adena's scoring about 50 points a game. They're well below their average.
Well below. Kicked it inside to Blevins. Kicked back out to Postage. Shoots a 3. No good. Offensive rebound, Chris Postage. Takes it up strong and finishes. 51-36. Timeout Adena. 3:41 on the clock. The Pirates average 55-ish a game. They got 51. The Warriors are averaging 50-ish. They're down to 36. So, the name of the game is simple: defense, defense, defense. I personally love that last set that they ran for Coleman. Again, Coleman's in foul trouble in the first. Not very involved. Second half, a definite commitment to getting him the basketball. And Coleman now has 10 points in the second half.
And he hasn't had to shoot an outside shot yet.
No, I mean, he's shooting it great.
All shots from the block are layups.
For the listeners at home, they run a little set, a little weave action up top, and then a double cross screen for Coleman. And Bivens delivers a on-time, perfect pass to the block to Coleman. And in my opinion, he got fouled. But
yes.
But again, I'm biased. I'm a Pirate lover. So 51-36 Pirates, 3:41 to go. It's pretty simple this time. Coach Hader talking to him about taking care of the basketball, making it tough for Adena to score. What are you looking for? Free throws? Got to make free throws down the stretch.
Got to make free throws. I see 4 fouls for Adena. I look to them to try to foul our guys and hopefully
get a little more aggressive.
Absolutely.
Pirates going to inbound. It looks like the Warriors are going to have full court pressure here. It looks like man-to-man. Brackenhaster on the ball. Newsom running the baseline, gives it to Coleman. They double him right away. He
Great
breaks
move
the trap.
by Coleman, breaking
gives
the
it
trap.
Up to Bivens. Bivens saves
Great
it.
save.
That was a good save. Kicks it out to Holden. Holden on top. Left wing. Holden gives it, fakes it to Lowry, keeps the ball. Great hesitation and a finish at the rim. Boy, he elevated. 53-36, 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Postage brings the ball down the floor.
Tanner Holden with 15.
Trapped in the left side, and he throws it out of bounds. It should go to the Pirates, and it does. Another turnover, 18 on the night. How about the fact that Keaton Newsom's been on time on that trap every time he crosses half court? Ball inbounded to Holden. Holden brings it down the court quickly. Behind the back
pass.
Bivens got a shot block. Warriors bring the ball down the other way to Postage. Postage on top to Dawson. Dawson kicks it over to Trey Postage. Looking inside the back and Astor, nothing there. Little lob play.
Great hustle by Bivens.
Yeah,
got
lob
the foul,
play to Dawson.
Hey, he saved us a layup.
Well, he's got to help off the screen, and he's just a little late helping off a screen. 2:48 remaining in the fourth. 53-36 Pirates.
But again, very impressed with Keaton Newsom. Knowing where he's supposed to be on the press.
He's got great footwork. You know, when they cross half court, he's ready. Looks like we're not going to count it as a shot. I'm going to agree with the Adena coach on this one.
Absolutely.
6 fouls on the Pirates. Next foul will go to the bonus. 2:48 remaining. Pirates up 17. Inbounded from Jeff Postage. Little up screen and then a back screen. Yep, picked a picker, and they got him. And Holden fouled him. Just didn't help.
Jake Dawson with a great pump fake to get the foul.
Karma is the reality.
Yes.
He should have had 2 free throws before. He didn't get it this time. They foul him shooting 2, and he does get it. That'll put Adena in the bonus for the rest of the game. And that obviously.
Jake Dawson have an opportunity to get his first points of the game.
And he misses. Just to give you an update on scoring column, Coleman 10, Holden 15, Lowry 9, Bivens 5 in the game right now. Newsom's got 2. On the Adena Warriors side, they're led in scoring by Trey Postage with 11, and then Jeff Postage with 7, and Brackenhaster with 8. Missed a free throw, offensive rebound to Brackenhaster, and then they foul him again. He's going to have a 1-and-1. 6-5, you got to push him.
Wheelersburg at 7 fouls. Next, they're in the bonus.
Not sure who that foul went on, but we do have a 1-and-1 for Brackenhaster.
That foul was on Keaton Newsom.
And obviously, coach makes a good decision here. He moves Holden down there, and Holden 6'5", he can elevate, so that'll keep that from happening again. Brackenhaster on his first free throw is up and no good.
Looked like a line drive.
He was above the rim when he got that rebound. Holden with another rebound. He brings the ball down. 2:30 to play, fourth quarter. Kicks it over to Lowry. Lowry looking for Bivens. Setting a back screen for Lowry, not there. Ball screen from Coleman. Over to Lowry to the right wing. Then back up to Coleman up top. Coleman holding it up top, looking for cutters. Not there. Kicks it over to Bivens. Right wing. Adena in man-to-man. And then stole it. Just a lazy bounce pass, clicked over by Jeff Postage, and he finishes 53-38 Pirates. Just a lazy bounce pass on the perimeter.
Jeff Postage with 9 points in the game.
Adena pressing. Keaton, good kick out to Coleman. Coleman takes it inside, kicks it back
Smart.
out to Holden.
Most guys would have taken that shot, but he kicked it out to Holman.
Good decision. Up 15. Minute 50 to go. Good decision. Get a good shot. And that's a travel. At least it should be. Nope, he calls a block on the drive.
We kind of like the old Euro step these days.
Well, his strides, maybe it's not a travel because his strides are longer than Secretariat, so it's hard to tell. How about that, Sports Almanac?
Come on now.
53-38, Pirates, ball inbounded, stolen.
No look pass.
Jeff Postage.
Backfired on us.
Jeff takes it all the way down the floor, and he scores. And fouled. Again, just a lackadaisical pass. And Postage steals it, takes it all the way down, finishes the basket. 53-40 Pirates, 1:42 on the clock. He's got one free throw to finish the three-point play. Take care of the basketball, make free throws, game over, right?
Absolutely. You got to like Postage's grit. For a guy that's averaging 15 points, he's got 11 right now, but he's sticking with it.
Free throw up, no good. Rebounded by Holden, takes it down quickly, drives to the basket, misses the layup. Offensive rebound by Lowry. Lowry shooting the 15-footer off the glass, good.
The bank is open.
Tim Duncan, eat your heart out. 55-40. Adena back this the other way quickly, stolen by Bivens. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go in the fourth. Back to Holden. Holden brings it down. It looks like he's going to run some clock here. Minute 05 on the clock. 55-40. Pirates right on their average. Skipped over to Bivens, then back on top to Newsom. Then back over to Lowry. Again, running clock. 1 minute remaining. 55-40. I don't like those bounce passes on the perimeter. Skipped over to Holden. Holden takes it to the rack. Finishes with the left. 57-40. Great job finishing in the paint.
Tanner Holden with 17 points.
57-45.
Cole Lowry, maybe I missed an offensive rebound, but he is 5 for 5 from the field.
Yes, he is. 40 seconds remaining. 3 up and good. Jeff Postage called timeout by Adena. 14 for Postage. He's not their leading scorer. It's actually Trey Postage who's their leading scorer. Trey's got 11.
Killing me. One of them.
Trey's got 11.
It looks
Jeff's
like
got 14. Chris has got some. He's got 4. The Postage brothers have a total of 29 points. That's all I can tell you.
They're like the Hanson brothers from Slapshot. It looks like Adena is throwing in the white towel.
And the Pirates are going to sub as well, get some kids in the game. 57-43, Pirates, 36 seconds.
Great scene, guys like Taylor Dorr.
We've got Keeney, number 10 in the game, 34, Lyden Collins. Number 13, Taylor Dorr.
We got 2 more home games. It's great to see these seniors in the court for us.
Absolutely. Number 31 for the Pirates, Clint Hatfield. And I'm missing somebody. 35, J.J. Stamper also in the game. Adena also has some subs in the game, some JV kids that played in the last game.
Now, do you tell your kids to hold the ball, or do you want
here's my opinion. Let the kids play.
Yes.
You're up 14, 36 seconds to go.
Finally, I hear some noise from our student section. They've been on mute the whole game.
They are alive. 25 seconds. Taylor Dorr getting the offense set. Oh, bad pass. Stolen by Jeff Postage. Jeff Postage played pretty well.
Yes.
Finishes at the rim. 57-45. Pirates. Postage now with 16. 10 seconds remaining. Keeney just going to kind of run the clock out. 7 seconds. Our hope is to get Coach Ader on the horn here after the game, so please stay with us. And that's your ball game. The Wheelersburg Pirates 57 and the Adena Warriors 45. Now go ahead and give me some scores. We obviously got Tanner Holden led us in scoring with 17, I believe. Coleman had a great second half. Scored 13. Or maybe that was Lowry. Lowry had 13. Coleman with 10. For the Adena Warriors.
I got Jeff Postage leading the Warriors with 14 points. Daniel Backenhaster, 8 points.
And Trey Postage, 11, I believe.
Yes.
Second half was a little more scoring. Fourth quarter, the Adena Warriors kind of outscored us there, but at the same time, it was kind of in hand. We are going to interview Coach Ader. He said he would be with us. So we are going to interview Coach Ader. He said he would be with us on the win. So if you would, just kind of hang on a second. We're going to let our voice drop for a second. Let Coach Verba. I'm going to do some some trivia with you, Scott.
No. You know what? I don't think
do-
people would be
no.
interested in that. I think we need to
I gotta
get some
do-
scores.
Before we get scores, I've got to ask you this.
Uh-oh.
Who's the mascot for Indiana University, Purdue University at Fort Wayne?
Man, that's
It is a
gimme.
Division I.
That is one of the best mascots out there. You got this big elephants, like the Alabama Crimson Tide. What they call the Mastodons.
The Mastodon.
The Mastodons. Iwi Pooey, the Jaguars in Indianapolis.
Now,
Great arena in Fort Wayne, though, by the way.
what's your favorite arena you've ever been to? Because I know you went to like 80.
Geez. I would say you got to go into Vanderbilt's Memorial Coliseum.
Sits below their
Yes.
yes,
You
that's-
got the benches right behind, right on the baseline, and it's like the Grand Ole Opry basketball style. Beautiful place.
the Grand Ole Opry basketball
Yes,
style.
there's like 3 rows on each side. It's just beautiful.
Hashtag Sports Almanac.
Nah.
That's Scott Verba. Now, Scott, last big arena you went to?
Last big, you know what? I was at the Villanova game.
Oh, you went to Philadelphia.
Yes, way back. And let me tell you something. Those old East Coast arenas, they're like MAC arenas, only holding 6,000 fans. The
Who'd
Sean
they
team-
play? Who'd they play?
They play College of Charleston. Great. College of Charleston and UNC Wilmington look like you're going to be some possible Cinderellas.
Let me ask you this. Trivia question for you.
Uh-oh.
Who in my family played
Your family.
Division I basketball at North Carolina Wilmington?
You know what? For whatever, I've met him once. It's your oldest brother.
He did. Mark Eaton, he paved the way for all
Beautiful
Seahawks.
arena, the Seahawks. Great area.
They never made it to the tournament, though. They never made it to
Good
the tournament.
old Colonial Athletic Conference. That conference has had one Final Four team. Remember who it was?
George Mason.
Yeah, it is correct.
Don't
no
test
longer.
it.
No longer
Colonial
in there.
Athletic Association. I'm all about it. I'll say this: my favorite moment watching UNCW and my brother Mark play was at Indiana, playing against Calbert Cheney, and my brother stole the ball. What's Assembly Hall or what is
Assembly Hall? Wow.
He steals
against
the
Bob
ball.
Knight.
There's
Wow.
17,000 people in the stands. He goes down. He's going to dunk it. I'm a proud 12-year-old brother ready to just scream out my lungs. Goes up to dunk it, and guess what he does?
Don't tell me he blew the layup.
He gets above the rim, and I mean bangs it off the back of the rim, and it goes to half court.
Ooh.
And, ladies and gentlemen, that's the story of Mark Eaton missing a dunk against Indiana and Calbert Cheney. We're kind of waiting on Coach Ader.
Let me give you some scores. Top 25 college basketball. South Carolina looks like possible upset. Alabama up with 3 minutes to go, 55-46. Florida up on UGA, University of Georgia, 50-40 with 11 minutes in the second half. Kentucky Wildcat fans, it's a good day for you. 15-point lead over LSU, 62-47. Villanova, 12-point lead over Georgetown, 10 minutes to go in the second half. And Penn State pulls off the Big Ten upset against Mello Trimble in Maryland, 70-64.
Penn State Nittany Lions.
Watch out.
Hashtag I don't just play football.
Watch out. They got a pretty good recruiting class, and I think that basketball program is going to surprise some teams in the future.
I think Nebraska also has a little upside. I've looked at a lot of his stuff online about leadership, and he's pretty good. I think they've got
Tim
new
Miles
facilities
is a great
there.
coach.
New facilities. I think they're going to be a contender here in a few years. Again, we're waiting on Coach Ader. The final, the Wheelsburg Pirates win by 12. I would say, I don't know what Coach Ader is going to say, but I'm going to say this. A little sloppy offensively, but definitely got Coleman involved in the second half. Defensively, I felt like we were pretty strong most nights. Their baskets, I don't think, came in the quarter court. It came off of our turnovers. Mm-hmm. So, one of the questions.
And I think our physical play definitely frustrated them. They haven't seen a team, not too many teams as physical as us. I'm sure Unio is a physical team, but
very athletic too.
We put up a very good fight too.
And you know what? This is something that people just can't simulate. You can watch all the film you want, but you cannot simulate physicality. I think
you can as a coach, you can have that punching bag pushing around your 4 and 5 guys.
You're exactly right. But I think the other thing too, and most watchers don't notice this, but as an ex-bad coach, I do notice the fact that our guards force them off the circle. And when you force teams off the circle,
they're out of rhythm,
out of their comfort zone. That changes a 12-foot pass to an 18-foot pass, and that 6 feet's huge in terms of reaction time.
You pick that ball up around the volleyball court lines, 7 feet from the perimeter. You know you're doing a good job on defense.
Well, who's your player of the game for Adena? I know they lost, but who were you impressed by?
Well, I would say, and I hate to say it, but Postage. Well, which one? Jeff Postage had a good game. I was very impressed just with his grit. He had about three steals in the open court.
And a 4-point play.
Absolutely, for layups.
How about for the Pirates? Who was your hero that direction?
You know what? Caden Coleman, again, you score 39 points, but nothing frustrated him. He accepted his role. He scored, around 9-10 points. I was very impressed with his patience, but definitely Tanner Holden had some good drives.
He was, Holden and Coleman both extremely efficient from the field. I think Holden, we have him down as 7 for 8 from the field. I don't think he missed a free throw either. And then, he missed one. He was 3 for 4 from the free throw line, 7 for 8 from the field. And then Coleman, 5 for 5 from the field, and then he was 3 for 4 from the line. I mean, your two scorers, your two leading scorers, shoot upwards of 90% from the field. And I think, the other thing too is while Coleman was out of the game, Holden had a lot of good rebounds. I mean, he probably had close to a double-double.
Don't forget Lowry was 5 for 5 today.
I mean, your 3 scorers, 3 double figures, they missed 1 shot and 2 free throws. I bet you any amount of money you're going to win some games when your top 3 scorers miss 1 shot.
And it also helps, again, we've mentioned it before, blue-collar guys like Keaton Newsom who have accepted the role, always in the right position on the press.
What do you guys want to call?
We want you, J.J. Stamper. All right? If you would, give the headset to J.J. Stamper, senior. Great kid. Fantastic kid. We're going to do one interview with J.J. J.J., let me put this on your head here.
All right.
You got to take those off first. That's okay. Remedial instructions. Put your headset on. J.J., I'm going to start with this. You're a senior. Where are you going to college?
I have not decided that yet. But
you are undecided?
Yes. I have narrowed it down between OU and Marshall.
Okay.
Yep.
OU and Marshall. What are you planning on majoring in?
Political science.
Political science. Fantastic. Now, JJ, what's your most important memory of your high school career?
Ooh. My most important memory of my high school career.
I mean, you're almost to the end here, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know if I really have one. There's been a lot of good memories, though. I don't know. I'm really not sure.
Well, I think this. You got a great family. Good brother, right?
Yeah.
And you're all class, my man. All class. And I'll tell you this. Good student. You're National Honor Society student?
Unfortunately not.
In my mind, you are.
Okay, thanks.
And that's all that matters. So, to me, I just want to say this. Thank you for coming out. Look forward to watching you guys make a good tournament run. Let's get Coach Ader on here, and we'll finish her out tonight, okay, buddy?
All right, thank you.
Thanks. Coach Ader? We're going to get Coach Ader on the horn here. Coach Ader, it's kind of weird. Yes, that's the way it goes, just like that. Yep. All right. Coach, let's start with this. How about this, Coach? Your top 3 scorers missed 1 shot. Can you hear?
Top 3 scorers missed 1 shot.
Yes.
That's pretty efficient.
We have Lowry 5 for 5 from the field, Coleman 5 for 5 from the field, and Holden 7 for 8 from the field.
That's really good. impressive for those 3 kids. Caden getting in early foul trouble and still hang in there. And I don't think he scored in the first half, did he?
He scored a bucket. No, excuse me, he did not.
Okay,
Hashtag Sports Almanac says none.
We got him some. We said at halftime we got to go back to him and get him some looks. And I thought he did a good job hanging in there. Not. You know how it is a guy's getting foul trouble, he kind of mentally can get out of it if they don't get touches in the first half. So in the second half, able to get going a little bit and get some finishes. Cole was really good tonight. Couple turnovers, couple little weak moments there, but I thought he was good defensively early on, and then it got us going in transition. Got to the rim a couple times. A beautiful finish in the first half.
Unbelievable.
We went left to right. So
Earl the
those
Pearl.
are big plays. And the only thing, 25-12 first half, great defense, turnovers. We were sloppy with the ball. And it was because we were trying to make extra passes, so I can live with that a little bit. But too many times where you don't take the game when you just keep the possession. And
on top of it, we were just talking about it. It really wasn't the defensive quarter-court effort that gave up 45 points. It was just some turnovers, 3-point plays and things of that nature, just some kind of careless, out-of-bounds turnovers.
Yeah.
But as far as the defensive effort, post defense, definitely you could tell that your kids were well versed in defending the post, and also the perimeter guys forcing their action 8 to 10 feet off the circle and caused them fits.
Well, we did yesterday in practice. Kind of you talk about that. We broke down defensive post play and off guard post play. Guard perimeter play and post play. We broke down bigs and littles, and Coach Prater took the bigs and really worked a lot of their actions, their cross screen, their high-low actions. Just talking the technique of defending, taking that action away. And then our guards really worked on just screening action, getting through screens, jumping to the ball, hedging a little bit, and helping one another. And like you said, when you disrupt timing and spots on the floor, it makes post entry so much harder.
Absolutely.
They were throwing some lobs over the top, and that's something we saw with them that they look to do if you get pinned on the high side. But I thought most of the time our guys got to midline and were able to disrupt the timing of the pass or get a handle on it or able to go out of bounds.
You're throwing a post pass from 18 feet, it's a little more effective than when you're throwing it from 27 feet.
And you're throwing it with someone in your face, and you're maybe on your heels a little bit. So those are important factors in us having some success early.
And how about the fact that they wanted to go high-low, and you could tell that was something, we're going to go inside. They try to go high-low, but the guy that flashed high, he's catching it 25 feet from the basket, and he can't get it there.
They try to space you a lot by getting you extended a little bit, but when you extend your defense out underneath of him, and now that guy's pressured and he's looking around, he's not comfortable. They also try to set a lot of back screens with their guards over top of their post coming over the top, and our guards did a really nice job jamming, except I think there were 2 that I could really point to and say we missed on. They scored on one of them, or they got fouled on one of them in the second half. So for the most part, we executed our defensive game plan, and I not too many things to harp on. Turnovers, like I said, would probably be the one really sticking point with me.
My favorite possession of the ball game. They are running offense
in
for
the third quarter.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
How about a minute and 45 seconds? They run offense and they cannot get the ball inside. And our pressure dictated their offense running 40 feet from the basket, and then finally it ends in a turnover, and we score on the other end.
Yeah, we ran a set there, and Trent comes off a back screen, steps out, hits a wide open 3. So big turnover. You go from either giving up a 2 or 3 to them to hitting a 3. And like you said, guarding for that long, I think it's just dispiriting for a team. They just kind of, oh my gosh, everything we tried didn't work. They guarded it all, and we gave up a 3.
Absolutely. They tried flares, back screens, cross screens, ball screens. None of it was working. Now let me talk to you a little bit about, how about 9 out of 10? Last 10 games, we're 9-1. And
thank you for bringing that up. Let's see, Saturday night you told me we'd win 7 in a row, and then we got beat. So.
Well, what I'm going to say is this, I don't know, I think the one has an asterisk, and I'll leave it at that. But I will say, your kids have turned it on here of late. They're 13-5, headed in the right direction. You got a tournament draw coming. Who do we have left, and what do you kind of think going into the tournament?
We've got to go to a very good Waverly team, and I don't care what their record is. They can be 0 and whatever, and they're going to be up to play us. And I think talent-wise in our league, they're top to bottom.
They're athletic.
The best-looking roster. Long, lanky kids, good guards that can penetrate, and shooters all over the place. And they've been to Saturday night's game. They were here tonight watching us. So definitely a game they've got circled as a revenge game for them. Wellston on Tuesday night at Wellston, who's been playing better as of late. They beat a 10-win Nelsonville team by 25 last week.
Wow.
And then West coming here on senior night next Friday night.
Big night for the seniors.
It is. 9 seniors in our program.
Wow.
And, we want to make sure we send them out on a win. And, that's tough because as a coach, and you've been there, you got 9 seniors. I can't start them all. And do you balance? Do you want to send them out with the win, or do you want to try to get everybody playing time that maybe messes us up and we play bad? And it's hard. It's a hard mixture to do. You want to try to work everybody in. We have 6 4-year seniors that have been with us their entire careers, and I'm firmly committed to making sure all those guys get a few minutes of action. And then the other 3 guys, I told them before the season, like, we're so glad to have them. We'll get you in if we can, but I want to win the game first and foremost.
Absolutely, that's why you play the game.
And especially senior night, you want to make sure you end your last game here playing on RW. You want to make sure with the win. So, it's a big 3-game stretch for us to keep getting better before tournament play. Every game's an opportunity. We told them that before the game to improve not only our seeding maybe, but just our standing with each other and our positioning defensively and our offensive execution. We ran some sets tonight and scored on them. We weren't real crisp with some of our half-court offense like we have been, but offense hasn't been our problem lately. It's been defense.
Well, defense was fantastic tonight, Coach, and I know from watching the game and seeing the progression of your kids, they've really bought into sharing the basketball. They've bought into really defending at a high level. And the bottom line is you're heading in the right direction at the right time. You're an experienced tournament coach with a lot of tournament wins. We have 80 Pee Wee kids that come on the floor at halftime. It was an impressive scene. You got a lot of kids coming. Your junior high teams are 11-4 apiece, and having a good year. Good things to come. Coach, I appreciate your time. I know you got more things to do, but, hey, loved it. 57-45, Wheelersburg, and we'll take a W any day, correct?
Absolutely.
All
Appreciate
right.
you guys coming out tonight.
All right. Thank you. And that's our broadcast for tonight, a.k.a. Sports Almanac, and the alum are going to head out our way. Enjoy your night. Be safe, and God bless.